Hello, welcome. My name is Jesylee, or welcome back. My name is Jesylee. I'm a mindset and manifestation alchemist, self-love queen, and spiritual baddie. And on this YouTube channel, I talk about the law of attraction. I talk about manifesting and spirituality. And my main goal is to help you manifest the life of your dream. So whether that is love, whether that is a career, whether that is a house, a holiday, like whatever you name it, I'm here to help you do all of that. And in this video, I am going to be talking about how to get him to respond to you. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this one was because I used to play with this a lot when I was manifesting relationships. And the reason why was because I was kind of really dependent. I used to be so dependent on guys, and I always felt like I needed guys' attention, or I always wanted to be in a relationship, that type of stuff. And not to say that's a bad thing, but it's just, for me, I was really dependent on that. And so when I learned about manifestation, I was like, ooh, I'm going to manifest text messages from these people and do all these sorts of stuff. And honestly, it worked. It freaking worked. So I want to be able to share you my tips. I've got 4 tips on how you can do that. And this one more in particular, how to get him to respond to you. So if you're trying to manifest a text message from someone, been there, done that, and you can do it. You have the power. I believe in you. That's Roxy Talks. Anyway, so number 1 is, what is your story? What is your story? What is the story that you're telling yourself? So if you're trying to manifest a text message from someone, are you telling yourself that you're you don't feel like he will ever love you, or you don't feel like he will ever text you back, you don't feel like you're good enough for him? What is the story that you're telling yourself? What are your beliefs, right? Your awareness is what's going to create your reality. So if you're currently in the belief that he's not going to respond to you, then he's honestly not going to respond to you, because it's energy, right? It's like when I had something and I forgot it. I'll come back to it if I remember it. But the main thing is, what is your story that you're telling yourself in correlation with wanting to manifest a text message? So when I was trying to manifest a text message, I used to always doubt myself. Always. I always felt like I was never good enough for someone to like me. Like, I never thought I was pretty enough. I never thought I had like a good personality. I didn't think they would like my personality. I was always like, they want someone funny, they want someone with like banter. Like, I don't have any of that, which like is so untrue. But what is it that you keep telling yourself? Because you want to make sure that you're aware of it, so you can kind of replace it and get rid of it, replace it to your new thought. Because everything that we think of is habitual. So if you're thinking that he's not going to respond to you, it's a habitual thought. It's your habitual thinking. It's not like you're going to think that once and then you know, what I'm trying to say is, if most of your thoughts that keep reoccurring are habitual, right? So if you're thinking that he's not going to respond to you, it's not that it's just one single thought. It's actually a belief that you've carried throughout your whole life. So obviously there's an event that's happened in your childhood that has made you believe that you weren't good enough for guys, or whatever it is. There's always a childhood trauma, or there's always like an experience associated with how we believe. Our stories are created from our childhood, which can be changed, but it's all about habitual thinking. It's not as simple as just replacing a thought. You got to replace the thought, and you got to stick to it till it sinks into your subconscious mind, and then it becomes your new reality. That's just how it works. So if you're thinking of a reason of why he's not messaging you, maybe you don't feel good enough for him, like let's just say maybe you don't feel pretty enough, then obviously it's something that's happened in your childhood. So you've carried this on for a while. It's something that you need to replace. With my one-on-one coaching, I go deep into why it's coming up and where it has occurred in your back when you were a child, in your experiences. But for the sake of this, I mean, you can write down maybe times in your life where you felt like you didn't feel good enough, or you didn't feel pretty enough. Maybe you got bullied for being, maybe someone bullied you and said that you were ugly. That happened to me. Like, it could be anything, right? But for the sake of this video, it's all habitual thoughts. It's going to keep repeating. So you want to continually repeat the new belief of that you can manifest a text message, right? Or like, if you don't feel worthy of, if you don't think you're pretty enough, it's obviously you want to change it to, will you feel pretty enough? You are pretty enough. You are good enough. You have the, you know, the best personality in the world. Like, he is crazy for you, right? So you want to get into the habit of continuously thinking those thoughts. They will become habitual. They will become your new subconscious the more you get into the habit of saying those beliefs or thinking those beliefs. So when we're through our conscious mind, we're aware of our beliefs and we're aware of what we're thinking, but when we're in our subconscious mind, we're not aware of what we're thinking. So when you're bringing to your conscious mind that, oh, you know, I am pretty enough for him to message me, or I am good enough, I have a good personality. That's your conscious mind, right? Because you're consciously thinking those thoughts, but you want to continually think them until they become your subconscious. What I see in my clients is that when you're thinking consciously of those thoughts, and then you say, before you go to bed or whatever, whenever you're doing things, it's your subconscious mind still believes that you're not good enough, right? Or you're not pretty enough. So you want to make sure that you're reprogramming your subconscious mind to believe those new thoughts of that, you know, you are good enough for him. You do have a good personality. You are pretty enough. So I hope that kind of lands with you guys. Number 2 is knowing that you can have whatever the fuck you want. I just want to point that out. Like, you are like a fucking goddess, right? We come here on this planet, on Earth, to live a harmonious, abundant as fuck life, right? We're not here to hustle hard, to stress, to be depressed, to, you know, just live in complete negativity, low vibe. Like, that is not our calling. Every single one of us deserves and is deserving of being able to live a life that they desire. It's just, we have been so programmed, so conditioned to think that we have to work a 9-to-5 job, to think that we have to, you know, hustle hard, and we're not capable of achieving certain things. Like, it's just been programmed since birth. So it's not your fault. You had no control of it. But the good thing now is that you have full control of it. So knowing that you deserve everything, you are worthy of everything. Like, if you have a desire, then it's meant for you. If you desire, someone, if you desire that person, then you're deserving of that. You deserve that. You desire things for a reason. They come into your they come into your thoughts and beliefs for a reason. Does that make sense? Like, if you're desiring it, then it's meant for you. That's the only way I can put it. If you desire it, it's meant for you. Period. If you desire all this money, then you're fucking deserving it. And when I say that it's meant for you, I mean you can have it. It is possible for you in this reality, in your lifetime. You are so worthy of it. You can have it. It is possible for you. It's just you being able to understand that you are deserving of it and you are worthy of it, and creating space and room for it, and being the version of you having that. So number 2 is deserving that, knowing that you are worthy. Everything that you desire, it's meant for you. Don't ever question your desires. Do not ever question your desires. Do not ever feel like, why, maybe I don't desire this, or maybe I don't deserve this. No, you fucking desire it. You deserve it. It's meant for you. It is possible for you. So that's number 2. Excuse me. Number 3 is pretend like you're a magnet. Pretend. I used to do this all the time when I was manifesting a text message. So I'll give you a bit of a backstory. I really like this guy, and I was just like not sure. I was like, oh, is he gonna like me? Like, I don't know. Got into manifesting, and I was like, I'm gonna try and manifest him. And I remember I used to just think all the time, like, you know, we're together, blah, 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 and I used to visualize, like, being with him, blah, blah, blah. One thing I used to visualize as well was always receiving a text message from him. But when I was receive a text message from him, as I was visualizing it, to make it easier for me, I used to visualize his name and then an emoji, because it just used to make it so easy. So it was like his name and then a turtle. And so when I was visualizing, it made it so clear. Like it just, because I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, but sometimes with visualization, it can be a little bit hard to really get into it. And I know for me specifically, sometimes that used to happen. So every time I focused on that turtle, it kind of made it crystal clear for me. So I don't know if that's going to help you. If it does help you, let me know. I would love to freaking know. I'd love to know. Let me know. But where was I going with this? So I used to picture a turtle, and literally within 2 days he messaged me. So like, this shit works. So when you're acting as though you're a magnet, you're magnetic as fuck. I used to do this with people as well. I used to think, because I don't know why, I had this crazy belief that, I don't know, people didn't like me. Like, not just guys, people in general. I don't know. It was really fucked up. But I used to think that, oh, I'm magnetic as fuck. People love, they get so excited when I walk in the room. They always love to talk to me. They love to hear what I have to say. They always miss me when I exit the room. They're always waiting for me to come in. Like, all these type of stuff, right? And just think of like energy, you're attracting energy, right? So you want to make sure that you're a magnetic match for what you're trying to manifest. So visualizing that you're magnetic as fuck, seriously, really fucking helped me. And it will help you. Just picture him like being so fucking attracted to you, like, oh my god, he can't stop, you know, he can't stop thinking about you, like, you know, all that stuff. He always wants to be around you, like, he always wants to message you. And I just want to make it crystal clear. So if you, with this, I want to kind of base it around a text message. So you want to make sure with when you're thinking of being magnetic to him, that it's based around the text message, just so that I make it clear. So I don't want to confuse you, because if you're trying to manifest a text message from him, but then you're like, oh, he always wants to hang around me, blah blah blah, but it's kind of a different manifestation. So you want to stay on track. So when you're thinking about, when you're wanting to manifest a text message from him, then you're thinking about being magnetic as fuck with him, specifically around your text message. Then you want to say and visualize and embodying the version of you being magnetic around text messages. Does that make sense? So if you're, for example, he loves text messaging me all the time. Like, he can't stop messaging me. He's always messaging me. That type of stuff, you know what I mean? So that's number 3. And number 4 is letting go of resistance. Just letting go of the resistance. And when I was trying to message, when I was trying to receive a text message from my SP at the time, I created a lot of resistance at the start, and I kept thinking about it, but then I also kept noticing the lack. So you want to make sure you let go of the resistance. Resistance creates lack, and therefore lack will put a stop to your manifestation. So let go, just trust that he's going to message you. Because remember, we're in a physical reality, we're living a physical experience. When we're manifesting something, you need to give it time to materialize. So it's not going to come straight away. I mean, sometimes manifestations can come straight away, but they always take time, whether it's a couple minutes, a couple days, a couple weeks, whatever. This shit takes time. It doesn't mean it's not going to come. It just means you need to remember that you are magnetic as fuck. You can manifest anything that you want. You can manifest a text message from this guy. You just need to allow it in. And so let go of the resistance, because it's going to happen. Let go of all that doubt, that yuckiness, and just keep thinking in your head that he's messaged you. Keep thinking in your head that he's, you know, he's wanting to catch up with you. Whatever it is, it's all possibility. It is everything you desire. Like I said, it's meant for you. So it will happen as long as you allow it to happen. So I hope these 4 tips have helped you. Don't forget, I have one-on-one coaching. I have a 8-week Femme Money and Love Mastery program. I also have free meditation bundles, and I have a free Facebook group where I also do live training. So the link to those will be below. I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment if there was anything that resonated with you, and I'd love to know if you end up doing the emoji, because fucking hell, that changed my life. Like, that was, yeah, it helped me so much. So if you do that, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you on my next video. Bye.